Anyway, speaking of death and all types of things, I want to talk about a man from the Midwest. I want to talk about a man who is so cool you will be seeing him on the big screen soon. He got a big role in the part of Child's Play 2, or Child's Play 2, Problem Child 2. I thought you were Chucky. Give a hand for Mr. Eric Edwards.
I'm Vanilla Ice. I'm Vanilla Iceberg. That's what I am. Vanilla Whole Milk. That's what you got here. So, let's see. Tell you a little bit what's going to happen tonight. After I go home from this beautiful night at the clubs, I'll go home to my apartment, home alone. Home to my empty apartment because my roommates are getting laid and I'm not, okay? Because I'm a loser. So, what I'll do is I'll be thirsty, so I'll try to find something to drink. The only thing cold we have in our refrigerator is beer. I normally don't drink. I say no to drinking, folks, but I'm thirsty. So I'll have a beer. I'll have another beer. I'll have another beer. So now I'm drunk, fat, and alone in my apartment, okay? And I want to do something productive because you can do productive things when you're drunk. As a matter of fact, Hemingway was a writer, big alcoholic. As a matter of fact, after the show, I'm going to the gun shop, buying a shotgun, going out like Hemingway did. So I'll go to the table to do some writing, but my roommates are slobs. They leave the pot on the table. Now I say no to drugs. I'm pushing the pot away. No, a roach gets lodged in my fingertips. I say no to drugs. No, out. So now I'm drunk, stoned, fat, and alone in my apartment. Begin to eat about 125 chocodiles. And I'll slowly fall asleep. So now I'm drunk, fat, stoned, alone with a half-chewed chocodile lodged in my trachea. You can read in my new book, folks, Fit for Death. Thank you. Thank you. Chocodiles is the word on that, man. That got the most laughs I've ever gotten in my entire life just by saying chocodile. So I'd like to do a couple impersonations for you. Juxtapose if Jack Nicholson and Eric Roberts were in Birth of a Nation, it would go something like this. See, Birth of a Nation's a silent movie, get it? It's a stupid fucking juxtapose if this was that. So you work in production? What do you do? Are you? Oh, you're do you know? Are you a IA or are you're not? Oh, you're a scab. You're letting the producers run all out. Fuck you, man. No, just kidding. Because I worked in production. I used to be a PA. It's a production assistant. I assisted in production. I was a basic tenement upon which the industry lied. You know what I fucking did. We want cream and sugar in that, sir? That's what I did. So now I work for The Simpsons during the day. That's my day gig. Hopefully this film thing will take off and I can give those artists the finger. And it's kind of cool because, see, in the film industry is the only industry where you blow things out of proportion to justify the menial things that you do. You know? Like these guys they're like, you don't understand, I'm an artist, I feel pain. You draw fucking cartoons. Cut your ear off, lose a chick, then you're an artist, okay? Just because you wear black and have a fucked up haircut doesn't mean you can draw a straight line. Oh, so, let me tell you a little bit about my father. See, actually, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Kansas. It's not a joke. It's just a sad truth. From Kansas, people in Kansas aren't too bright. For instance, a little Kansas history. During the Civil War, some states fought on the side of the North. Some states fought on the side of the South. Kansas fought on the side of Nazi Germany. We're talking loser joke, but that's only a quick setup for the ultimate callback, which will be coming in this next bit. My father is a Vietnam vet, went to Vietnam 3 times. First time was because he had to. The other 2 times was to get the hell out of Kansas. Oh, it's a callback, folks! But it was kind of interesting because my father had a tough time mainstream back into society because of the war and stuff. You know, like we used to have Parents' Day in our elementary school, and that's where your parents would come and show what they would do for a living. Of course, if your father was a barber, he would take one of the kids and bring him to the front of the class, give him a haircut. If your father was a milkman, he would like screw a couple mothers in front of the class. If your father was a police officer, he'd eat donuts. You hear where I'm going with this? My father was a Vietnam vet, so what he would simply do is stand in front of the class, drop a hit of acid, and have a flashback in front of the entire class. Never get out of the boat. Never get out of the boat. Riders on the storm. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, but it was kind of interesting because my father is the sole reason why I love the man to death. He's a great guy, but because of my father, that's the reason why I hate the 70s. Because it wasn't necessarily things he did; it was just the styles of clothes that he wore. Because he used to have that thick white belt with the 3 holes, and that was the thing he used to beat the shit out of me when he came home drunk from the discos. Beat me to Disco Inferno. You're gonna learn, baby, learn. Ow, ow. Because that's kind of weird. You better learn, baby, learn. Oh, don't hit me with that ball, Dad. No. Okay. So, what else? I'm going to go. Like Todd said, I am going to be in Problem Child 2 this summer, July 27th. It's kind of interesting because basically the criteria was they needed a fat guy, they got me. That every movie has a fat guy in it. But see, I'm a step ahead of all the other fat guys because I'm a good-looking fat guy. You know, I'm kind of like a combination Johnny Depp, John Candy. I'm Edward Scissorbelly. That's who I am. See, and it's kind of funny, you know, because it's true, you know, because, you know, my agent's kind of digging on me. He's like, you know, putting me on a special diet. I have to eat a lot more food because figures by the end of the year, I'll be getting paid by the pound. Hell, that's more than Costner is making. So, I got that going for me. I got that going for me. I don't know. But it's kind of interesting because they kept on adding me, you know, into scenes because I was doing so well in the movie. They kept on putting me into scenes that I wasn't scripted for. Well, most of the stuff I did dealt with eating. It was a theatrical stretch for me. But I worked on it and got those SAG after equity bumps that I've been getting all year. Let's see, Birth of a Nation. There's some impressions for you. And they're kind of fucked up, but I'll do some for you. I'd like to do my impression of James Dean. James Dean, folks. James Dean. That's all it is. James Dean. Because, see, James Dean just does cool things. You wouldn't see James Dean, the Rebel Without a Cause, doing something fucked up like this. You're doing me apart! Oh. I can do that. I know where my nose has been. Up the tushy of every producer in town, folks. And it's the 90s. We no longer call it brown nosing. We can call it networking. So, another impression for you. My impression. I'm going to go to hell for this. My impression of the classic movie Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane. Rosebud. Oh man, I hurt my thigh Friday night at this club we were doing. It was a strip joint, and strippers dig me because they know at the palm of their hand, when they're up against me, they know that in their hand they have innocence, they have vulnerability, they have access to every fucking dime I have on me, you know. And this dancer decided to give me a special little treat, and while I was sitting down, she jumped on my lap and right in my face. It was right there. There's a price you have to pay for everything. And you know what? It wasn't worth it because I've been limping around like a faggot all week. You know, just limping around, talking like a limping around and talking like a brother. Right, Ben? Yes, I guess not. Okay. I'm the guy in the movie. I don't... Well, excuse me? What are you saying? That's... So I went to college. Went to University of Arizona. Our motto was truth, knowledge, and one bitchin' tan. That was what our motto was. I found out because I don't drink as much as I used to because I'm out in L.A. now, and I just can't fucking afford to. You know, it's like, what is it, like $100 for a long neck here? You know, Tucson, it was like quarter drafts. So I was drunk every fucking day. You know, I got kicked out of college once because it was kind of funny because I thought if I drank enough alcohol, didn't go to class and didn't take the test, I would pass the class. Woo, was I wrong? Boy, was it a wide awakening when a student loan rejected. It was a tough time. There's something there because I noticed when I was back in Tucson, I went to I remember my college days, if something was not bolted down and we were drunk, it was ours. You know, so I was going to go wash my hands at this nice college bar called Dirtbags, which if anyone was in Tucson, they would be laughing and clapping because it's just a shithole. But it's, all the in people go there, wear a lot of black glasses. It's kind of cool. But I noticed when I went to wash my hands, the soap dispenser was bolted down with a padlock and chain. And I was like, why in the fuck? Oh, we're in a college bar, I understand. If it's not bolted down, it's ours. I had like the traffic department like in my room as a kid. That's a hack. I can't use that. That's like from somebody else. But the premise there is there. So I'm going to close with with my favorite impression. And that's going to be my impression of the Pillsbury Doughboy doing Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialist play, No Exit. Life is absurd. Art's beauty is all worthless because one day will end. Other people are hell. Oh. You guys, actually, I was just kind of noticing because these girls, you know, have been very polite and they kind of cute. They're actually very pretty. All three of them are very, very attractive women. And wouldn't it be nice if, like, after the show, they asked me out on a date? And wouldn't it be nice if they brought beer? Really good beer. Keystone Light beer. That's what I think it would be. You guys have been a beautiful audience. Love ya. And as you guys notice, I'm a patriot. I'm wearing my little yellow ribbon because I feel like the rest of us. I'm wearing it until the band Tony Orlando and Don reunites, and then that yellow ribbon will come off. Peace! Yes! Yes! On the BubbleMan!
Eric Edwards, what a dude. It's true, a Kansas man. Woo! Oh, my life, huh? We'll do one of these for you. I just feel... Yeah. Oh, you don't want to get wet, do you? Invite them over for a beer. Eric! Yeah. They want to invite you over for a beer.
All right!
Did I do that subtly?
Damn! That's the way I move.
Boy, you can tell I go out a lot. Yeah, not enough joy. Oh, there it is. This is the only safe thing you can blow in the 90s. Wow. Intense. Yeah. Do these remind you of childhood in any way? Do you all remember childhood? I asked you before and you were kind of like hesitant. Did anybody have older brothers or sisters? Yeah? So did you get a lot of what I got? Childhood tortures? That was when they thought it was their job to torture you because they were born first. So they do stuff like they'd pin you down so you couldn't move and they'd lean over you and let spit dangle out of their mouth and they'd suck it in and spit it out and suck it and you'd be going, no! And break off, you'd turn them and go in your ear. Oh, I hated that. Or they grab you and go, why are you hitting yourself? 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 You know, they'd make you bite down on aluminum foil after you came back from the dentist. Yeah, they did that to me too. Yeah, whew. Yeah, and you wonder how I turned out so normal. So how about this one? Last time I was at the supermarket. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but people in the market are the rudest people of them all. Now, I'm trying to walk down aisle number 6, and smack dab, in the middle of aisle number 6 is a shopping cart. And nobody around to claim the cart. They're off getting some in another aisle. Now, in my eyes, this is rude. Now, I have some options. I figure I could just gently push the cart out of the way and proceed down the aisle, but what would that teach this person about rudeness? So now I got a few new options. The way I see it, if we happen to have the same similar food tastes, I'll just shop right from their cart. Want the cheese, take the milk, got the crunch berries, yeah, over that. If we don't have the same taste, I just follow them around, and when they're not looking, I just randomly throw stuff in the cart. You know, 50 Tampaxes, yeah, they'll have fun at the counter. Overring, yeah, why not?